I think it's important for me to rectify this narrative of transitioning from one to the other. In other words, from man to woman or male to female, if that notion was ever possible. I think gender exists in a manifold way where there is a plethora of space for the in-between, where these days I find myself I belong more to. I think the gender binary of man versus woman is quite black and white, and to categorize people into one box limits their identity, limits their possibilities of manifesting into something that's deeper and more profound. I think if we subject ourselves to gender norms, then we limit ourselves to the rule set in which we're forced to live. I personally have been identifying more as non-binary these days. Even though I still, eat estrogen every day, I don't really consider it as changing myself into a woman, just more myself enjoying the sort of subtleties of having, a softer face and, maybe slightly bigger hips and stuff like that. But I don't really want to be perceived as one or the other. Being put into a false dichotomy makes me feel like basically put into a box. And I think as an artist, we have to push against the walls of these boxes that we're put into. We have to kind of push out and break out of these confining notions that we are one thing as opposed to many. Contradictions existing in conjunction with each other. We can be both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And so I just want to clarify that I prefer they, them pronouns more to she, her, and he, him doesn't really rub me the right way, but it's better that people use more than one pronoun to refer to me, because I think I don't want to be confined into one role. And the role that I put myself into is the role that I define for myself. And I want to exist in a way that counters preconceived notions, counters the expectations placed upon me to present as this or that. I want to present as both. And like the way that I sing, for example, I use more of my deeper male Y chromosome, register, meaning like I was, in a body that was producing lots of testosterone for about 22 years before I started transitioning. And for me to embrace my more masculine voice is not me, deferring from myself as Sarah. It's just embracing my voice, and not trying to be something else. And I think that has been empowering for me. And I feel like a lot of people, they don't want to hear someone that's more non-binary transgender using, their biological sex attributes, because they want to confine us into something that we really aren't, So the expectation for trans women or trans femmes, which, is part of how I identify, not the whole picture, to confine us into trying to act and talk and present like women doesn't really make us, stronger. It makes us more limited. In any case, I hope you're taking care of yourself and the people that are close to you, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks.